Introducing firstly Sydney University Blue, who come into the final undefeated. Number 1, William Smith. Number 2, Luke Stimpson. Number 3, Hayden Brown. Number 4, Toby Goldsmith. Number 5, Aidan Principe. Number 6, Edward Wydell. Number 7, Andre Grujevic. Number 8, Lewis Gossamy. Number 9, Ryan Goldsmith. Number 10, Luka Kristich. Number 11, Gabriel Carmody. Number 12, Tyler Krankles. And number 13, Alexander Mercer. The coach of Sydney University, Dragon Bakic. Introducing the ACU Cronulla Sharks. In number 1, Patrick Morrow. Number 2, Bodie Hewings. Number 3, Benjamin Pritchard. Number 4, Morgan Lekovic. Number 5, Charlie Milas. Number 7, Byron O'Halloran. Number 8, Max Churchyard. Number 9, Lewis Mackenzie Hicks. Number 10, Alex Brachetto. Number 11, Jack Winchester. Number 12, Tristan Glanzig. And number 13, Nicholas Crow. The coach is Patrick Northam. Introducing our referees for the gold medal final. Would you please welcome Matt Goldman and Connor Davis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem. And there's the lineups. Well, Scotty Nicholson, Sydney Uni come into the final here undefeated. 6 wins, 1 loss for the Cronulla Sharks. That 1 loss was to Sydney Uni during the pool matches.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 2 teams that have met historically over the last couple of years. Sydney Uni getting the better of a few, Cronulla the better on a number of occasions as well. So these 2 are fierce rivals. We'll go through some of the top goal scorers for Sydney Uni to start off with. Pretty even spread of goal scorers. Toby Goldschmidt, 14, Andre Gregorovic, 13, and Tyler Krankles leads the way on 15 goals for the tournament. And then you jump over to the Cronulla Sharks. Max Churchyard's been the strongest player for the Sharks so far in terms of goals scored. 22 goals for number 8, and they'll be looking for him today to step up again. And then you've ably assisted Jack Winchester, Tristan Glanzig, and Alex Brachetto as well. So again, both teams have got goal scoring options across the board, but it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, so those players there, Sydney Uni defensive target's going to be on their back is number 4, number 7 and number 12 are their highest goal scorers. And conversely for the Cronulla Sharks, they're going to want to keep a real eye on number 8, number 10, 11 and 12 are all in good shooting form. And Patrick Morrow, good young goalkeeper. William Smith, do you know much about him from Sydney Uni?
I don't know a lot about young William Smith, but you know, if he's been a part of this group, they're fired up in the corner there before they start. This group's been brought along by Sydney Uni Club stalwart Lindsay Cottrell. He's had a lot to do with this group, and a lot of credit needs to be given to him for how well they've done over the last couple of years.
Well, it's game on in a couple of minutes. We're going to get the teams are going to do their cheer, and then we'll be ready to go. That's beautiful stuff, isn't it? Both teams facing each other, going to cheer off. Sends the back of the hairs up on your neck standing up, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, with Hell's Bells in the background. It's almost Harker-esque, I guess, like both teams.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, facing each other off before they start with a war cry.
On away here, first period. Sprinters will come together. It's Carmody, but ball taken there by Lekovic for the Sharks in the blue caps. For everyone at home watching on Facebook, welcome along. Sydney Uni in the white caps. Left to right on your screen. Cronulla now with the ball in the blue caps. A foul at the top. Ball hits the centre forward. Centre back. Well, holding first and up over for the steal. So that's Kristich gets his first. First power play opportunity for the Sharks. Oh, tap on from Churchyard.
That's good play, though.
Yeah, very long, tall player, Max Churchyard.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be the go-to player, the centre forward. Luka Kristich picks up an early one.
Oh, nice counter-attack down the pool from Sydney Uni. Strong turn. Gets the foul. It's with Goldsmith. Puts into the middle. Hands up. Oh, reaching for it. The ball under. That crash back came from Churchyard. It was Grujevic there looking for the opportunity. Coming forward through Winchester. Gives it to Churchyard from outside. Oh, the goalkeeper lost a bit of sight of it. Smith managed to clean it up.
A good stop there from William Smith.
Yeah, up tempo down the pool though now from Wydell. Well, they're going to settle now. Contestable ball picked up by Glansnig. Glansnig will go down the pool. Churchyard at centre, kicking up on the legs. Oh, gets a shot away, and
it's great defence there as well. We saw earlier in the girls' final the centre back.
Yeah, Stimpson.
Scare keeping it under control, but getting a hand up to block the shot, not getting a kick out. And now one down the other end.
There's a first exclusion, Tristan Glansing. So power play here for Sydney Uni. What can they do with their first 6-on-5 opportunity? It's at the top with Goldsmith. Rolls it around to Stimpson. Come right around to the lefty. Carmody. Carmody plays the post. Well, follow the ball in on the post there, the number 12, Tyler Krenkles.
And that's a really nice advanced move there from Sydney Uni, bringing the player with the ball into the 2-metre zone and having the two posts follow them in. It's almost like an alley-oop or a slam dunk. Very, very difficult to stop as a defender, so great start for Sydney Uni.
Yeah, that player on the post there, when you got to be strong on the leash, you've got to be up really high, and then you've got to pull the ball down because your hand's above the crossbar.
Yeah, you see someone like Goran Tomasevic in National League. That's a play that we use a lot to bring him on. So the Sydney Uni boys have seen that, obviously.
Well, a little touch from the goalkeeper there, brings up the corner throw. Yeah, but Tomasevic, though, he holds some water. He's a big unit.
He does. He displaces some as well when he gets in the pool. Jeez. He's a big kid.
Big piece of real estate. Oh, trying to dump it back out. They go to Churchyard at the centre, and the crash-back defence was coming from Grujevic. Now, big counter-attack. They pick up Grossamy. Grossamy just holding out to the side, waiting for the troops to come. No centre set yet for Sydney Uni. Looking for the drive. At the top with Stimpson, under pressure, back to the halfway. Good defensive play from Cronulla, not giving up the foul. Well, it really came down from that pressure on the halfway.
Yeah, the Sydney Uni looking to set up Gregorovic for maybe a 5-metre foul. just running out of time there.
They lay it off, and Brachetto looking for it, lets one go. Oh, another kid with a nice long arm, lets a pretty solid shot go from downtown.
Yeah, great technique there to jump up nice and high. Just had to get a little bit more wrist onto it to bring it down below the crossbar.
Ball under.
And nice defense there. Morgan Lekovic jumping around. Louis Grossamy get a big hand on the ball. Onto his hand, I should say, to push it under.
Ball hits the centre, and two players crash back in. Turnover by Stimson.
Well, Cronulla's looking for Churchard. There's no doubt about that. So Cronulla's going to have to look when the Sydney Uni goes to that zone to bring their other shooters on. So he's drawing a lot of players to him, Churchard.
Well, we're going to get the exclusion. And it's on the holding at the back. Oh, we had the chance to shoot then. The foul on Lekovic, his first. Oh, shot outside, and yeah, he was inside the two, so a turnover. Took a long time to come out of the 2 metre area there, Grossamy.
Yeah, the ball landed in front of him earlier, and he basically had to get the elbows nice and high and try and protect it and get it out of danger there.
Ball hits the middle. Churchard reaching for it. Oh, foul inside 5. I wonder if a guy like Churchard got a bit of coaching from someone like Joe Kays when Kays was at the Sharks.
Oh, no doubt. Joe's a great club man. I know that he's a big fan of the shack down there at Cronulla. He considers himself a Cronulla local, so I'm sure he's no doubt given back to that Cronulla club.
Yeah, and I'm sure also a guy like Bobby Bryant, great centre forward in his day. You'd learn a bit from Andrew Kerr, 4-time Olympian.
Absolutely. I was lucky enough to play with Aker in 4th grade.
Oh, he's going to light it up here, sorry.
Ooh.
He wanted to go from downtown, and good save from Smith.
Yeah, no, there's some fantastic legends down at the Cronulla club who have always got the time to teach young players how to play the game and play it the right way.
Well, they're coming back here into the zone defence. Grossamy puts it in, double hole sit, turns, and well, he really almost spun into the defender coming back for the crash, and Churchard did enough to get the turnover. Sets it up down the pool. Brachetto, long pass, beautifully on the front of him, and good scramble by Sydney Uni. And the pullback there, the foul on Grujovic.
It was a nice play there, Charlie Mellis. I thought he was going to get chopped from behind, but able to control the ball, bring it in front of him and earn a kick out.
Churchard on the hand. Oh, around the corner, and great save. William Smith off the shot, coming from Winchester. Oh, he slides it in. Geez, just dribbled on the water there, but Churchard gets on the score sheet.
And it's good awareness from Churchard there. Sydney Uni had actually 6 players there that could have gone straight to press. A little bit of confusion about who was picking up Churchard, and we've already identified him as the most dangerous shooter, and he lets one rip.
Yeah, 1-1. A lot of action in the first quarter, and we're still just 1-1.
Yeah, very physical encounter between both teams, looking to press, looking to counter-attack.
Yeah, unforced error there. Oh, goes a long shot. Well, that's good play. Crow was aware of the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, definitely. That's
one back the other way as well. Not too bad.
Good opportunity for Cronulla at the end of the quarter. They finished strongly. Sydney Uni looked to be in control for my mind, and now the score's 1-1.
Yeah, Krenkle's got that post, the two post, the big jump in, followed the ball in from the left-hander and got up the extra man goal. And then it was Churchyard really creating something from nothing. It was just a restart off a corner and bang, just lets one go.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams, they're playing to their strengths. We know with Cronulla they've got the Max Churchyard, the strong scorer. They're looking for him at any opportunity. And then Sydney Uni, they're trying to get their best players into the best shooting positions that they can.
Start of the second quarter, first attack to Sydney Uni. Ball makes the middle, hands down holding, so it's the exclusion. That's on Glansing. It's Winchester, gets his first. Oh, I just lost the handle on it, was winding up, looking dangerous. Sort of thing you do in extra man, you got to look like you're going to shoot. It just popped out of the grip.
Yeah, absolutely. Luka Kristic is a great shooter from that position. We saw it a little bit in the last grand final with the under-16 girls. Nerves coming into it, so maybe a little bit of that tense situation in the second quarter, 1-1. Slippery ball all of a sudden.
Pressing out the top, almost back to the halfway. Crow gets the foul now. All shape to shoot. And that'll be the shot clock expired. One thing I'm impressed about both teams here at this level, the skill and the legs, the drive. They're staying up nice and high and they're covering a lot of water using their legs.
Yeah, this is an age group I think that both clubs have done a really good job in instilling the fundamentals of water polo. And it comes through now as they get older.
Oh, pass a little bit long.
But still a good play. They've got Andre Gregorovic there on 2 metres. Strong position, just to pass a little bit, as you said, too long.
Yeah. The other thing too, the ball awareness.
Yeah.
They're very much aware of where the ball is in the pool and they're thinking ahead of the play. I've got the ball, what am I going to do with it?
And it's a good moving game as well. Both teams are sending drives through to try and clear it. They're not sitting back trying to settle for shots. They're getting as close as they can.
Well, winds one up and opens up the counter attack. They didn't come back and cover it. And the goalkeeper comes out, and that's big play from Patrick Morrow. That is a big, big play.
That's huge play there. Billy Smith did the right thing looking for the counter attack. Just put a little too much sauce on that one.
Yeah, well, Krenkles was away before the shot came in, and Krenkles has come back and covered it up, and he wanted to get the turnover. Well, now he gives up the exclusion.
Yeah. Krankles did everything right there. He came back, covered it up, got a nice touch on Tristan Glansnig, and just got a little bit too handsy.
All right, nice shot.
And Tristan gives the big finger up to the Cronulla supporters up in the stands. That's big 2-1. Again, I thought Sydney Uni had momentum with them. A good opportunity, a few attacks to go with an extra man. Cronulla responds and they're the leaders on the scoreboard.
Yeah, if you look at the action up and down in the pool here, you wouldn't believe it's 2-1.
No.
It's been end-to-end, it's been high intensity, high skill, but the defence has been good. Both goalkeepers have been solid.
Yeah, the goalkeepers are playing fantastically.
Oh, into the lane, that little flick out. Cleaned up there by Crow. Sets the Sharks up back down the pool. Release down the right side, Bruschetto. And quick ball up, the Crow again. Looking for options across the pool. Oh, I thought he was going to wind up, let one go then. Hits the middle now. Churchard, a strong turn. Oh, deflection and bar down. That's a nice finish.
That is an excellent, excellent centre forward goal. Churchard staying above the water. Head stays up, uses his shoulders, turns, and bar down goal.
Yeah, Churchard. That was strong, solid turn, and even the slight deflection still went bar down. So
yeah, and Sydney Uni knows that he's a strong shooter. They had players back, and he was still able to play through all that, through the zone.
Yeah, through the traffic, got the shot away. And that's again legs, staying on the platform, on the core of your body, and on into the lane again, Bruschetto. Every pass contested by both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Sydney Uni probably just needs to settle down a little bit now. They've gone from 1-0 up to 3-1 down. So they just need to stay calm, stick to their systems, and they'll get back in this game. But Cronulla's got all the momentum. They need to capitalise while it's with them.
Oh, big fist pump in the air from outside, Bruschetto. And the game's exploded here all of a sudden. We spoke about how close it was, and bang, Cronulla scores 3 goals and they're 4-1 to the good.
Yeah, this is a huge shift now, and Dragan Bukic is going to clear his bench and get into the ears of his players, find out what the difference is. So Cronulla, they've got their fins up, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think from Backage's point of view here, that's breaking the momentum a little bit. Get the whole team in, whole team out, slow the game down. You don't want to use a timeout, so you just want to stop the momentum a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Water polo is a funny sport like that. We don't have that opportunity with the timeout to bring the whole team together and have a quick talking to. So it's a good strategy. Yeah,
and long arms at the back there from Churchard, just flicking it away from the centre. And back down the pool, and oh, they certainly picked up the pace here, the Sharks, in the second quarter. And roll it back over the top, the Winchester. Winchester turns, goes again, gets it over the top, and beautiful advantage played by the referee, and Winchester converts.
Well, Cronulla, I guess, when it sprinkles, or it rains, it floods.
Well, he's gone again, all in, all out.
4 goals in about less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Everything going right for Cronulla at this point in the game.
Oh, we're going to get the exclusion on the drive. Called against the number 3, Benjamin Pritchard.
Yeah.
Oh, cross-cage shot. Little shake of the head there. He wanted to score that one, Goldsmith. No, excluded player back in. Crow comes in. Teams come back to even, and Goldsmith puts a bit of pressure on him on the halfway. Well, foul after the foul.
Also, it's a foul in the backcourt,
Foul in the
actually.
backcourt, yeah, foul in the backcourt.
For slowing down the counter-attack.
dodge a bullet there, Sydney Uni. Now they're on the pool, down the pool quick. Grossamy.
But you can see that frustration coming out now. They find themselves down. They're now trying to rush options, trying to get themselves back on the scoreboard immediately.
Yeah, had to be the pinpoint pass there. And Morrow, well, he showed his hand early. He's happy to come out and try and steal them.
You know what, that's probably we're going to look back at that, and that's going to be a big turning point in this game, that steal. Howes to put Sydney Uni up 2-1. Steal, and they went down the other way and scored.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's 5-1 down.
Yeah.
I'll pass a little high, and scraps cleaned up by Grossamy. Urging his team down the pool. Oh, just picked up the wrong cap colour there. Unforced error. Well, again, that pass up in the air. It's got to be on the water, the centre forward.
It's nice from Krankles. Nice and high on the water. Jumps around the centre forward, Tristan Glansnick.
Good vision there. Lays it off and drives, keeps the drive going. Waiting for the pass back, and they'll go the long way over. And oh, funny old pass that one. Bit wide and skipped out of the pool.
Yeah, again, I think it's just that frustration. You know, Sydney Uni's trying to score 6 goals at once. They just need to take one at a time to try and get back in this game. Cronulla, what a fantastic quarter from the Sharks.
Yeah, 4-0. Game blew wide open after the first 2 or 3 minutes. So it was Churchyard, Bruschetto, Winchester and Glansnick all scoring. 5-1 half-time here. And it's all to do in the third quarter for the boys from Sydney Uni.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely all to do. Now Coach Dragon is going to get them out of the pool to get them to calm down. Everything going Cronulla's way.
So here at halftime in the grand final, that game exploded in the second quarter there. Grand final referee, mate, how's it going for you?
It's good. Cronulla and Sydney Uni, both two very good clubs and both two very good 16A sides. First quarter being 1-1 was really good, but Cronulla's come away in the second quarter to lead at halftime.
And so we've had some good referee development here. You're a young coming along referee, Matt Goldman. Great to get a gold medal match.
Yeah, it's always a privilege and a great opportunity to have our young referees have and referee at tournaments like these and get some medal games. They're always exciting. There's always a great crowd, which is awesome to have. It's always an awesome experience.
Yeah, it's a beautiful rivalry, Sydney Uni and Cronulla here. They're probably the two of the top teams in the Sydney Metro competition. They're going head-to-head here. Tight one coming into the third quarter.
Yeah, look, it's all up to the boys now. See how they go. Hopefully we can have a close game and a good result.
Well, thank you, Matty Goldman, gold medal referee, and we'll be back for the second half action. 5-1. It exploded there in the second quarter. 4 straight goals to the Sharks and Sydney Uni. I'll bet they'll come out firing here in the third quarter. Thanks, Matty. Third quarter, the money quarter. And Sydney Uni get the first attack through Toby Goldsmith. What do you think the coaches have said to the teams here at half time?
Well, for Sydney Uni, my like is we get a kick out earned by Krankles there.
That's on Churchyard.
Yeah, Sydney Uni just needs to take it one goal at a time if they're going to get back in this game. And there's the first.
Well, that's the perfect start to the half, isn't it, the second half?
That's about as good as you can ask for. Look at Kristich there in the 5 position with an extra man. A couple of big fakes, gets himself pretty much as centre to the goals as he can go. Buries in the back of the net.
Well, you've got to think the coach has said, come out, be positive. They've won the swim, they've gone straight down, they've earned an exclusion with a pass to the centre. So they got good entry into the 2-metre area, and then they convert the 6-on-5.
Absolutely, and we saw that earlier in the UNSW girls final. Sitting on a lead is actually really difficult to do, so Cronulla's got to stay positive as well throughout this period, because Sydney Uni's going to go for broke. There's not much that they can do wrong at this point, so yeah, Cronulla's just got to stay positive and on the attack.
Well, pass goes long there, and well, he had nowhere to shoot it. It's man inside, man outside, and goalkeeper on the post. Just ran out of angles. Well, Kristich again. He's going to light it up from outside. He looks at the play driving inside, and
well, nice goal there from the Sydney Uni Lions. Beautiful counter-attack, 0 metres to 0 metres. Just sneaks it over the line. 2 quick goals, Westy.
yeah, there you go. Momentum switch on the way back. Sharks now back on the attack. Ball hits the centre, and centre back was in a great position there to get the turnover.
Good defence then again from Sydney Uni.
Yeah, Stimpson.
It's good to see at this age group the centre back defence is looking very, very strong for both teams.
Yeah, sent at both ends there. That time Bruschetto and Stimpson at the alternate end, both shutting down those centre forward players.
But they're not, they're not going and getting excluded. They're able to stay on their legs, play the ball, play the player, force them into bad shots, and that's great to see from such young players.
Bruschetto, left-hander at the top. Goes one round, Halloran. Churchyard at centre there. He's being ball side marked. He hasn't got too many opportunities. Oh, counter-attack down the pool. Drive coming forward. Grujevic goes the cross pass. Ball's got to come out to the 2-metre for the start, for the restart. Oh, Grujevic there. I thought he might have thrown the shot himself.
Yeah, no, he had a good position on the water. Oh,
plenty on that one from outside.
Look at
Kristich.
That's a rocket of a shot.
Yeah. Got the radar dialed right in and got the confidence up, and happy to let him go.
Yeah, absolutely. If I was the coach, I'd be letting him shoot from there.
Churchyard at the top. There's one round. Halloran under pressure. Play coming from the back court is Winchester. They go to Winchester, back over the halfway. Percentage play there in the dump. And they're going to want to scramble back hard here. Counter-attack opportunity for Sydney Uni. Churchyard gets around and eventually gets the foul.
Again, Churchyard's going end-to-end. He's 2-metre centre forward at one and centre back at the other. He's doing a fantastic job today.
Oh, nearly didn't call it there. Man under pressure. Ball hits the middle. Yeah, good play at the back there. Bruschetto is being held, got those 2 hands up. And counter-attack opportunity for Sydney Uni. Ball skips through. Chase is coming hard. Goldsmith puts it into the middle. A foul there with Krenkels. Krenkels back to Goldsmith. Krenkels wants it back again. Winding up to get the shot away, and we'll have the hand up in the position to get the save. Morrow, and second chance play. Oh, a shot from Krenkels again.
Well, yeah, fantastic save by Morrow, but Krenkels stays with it. And unlucky to hit the crossbar on the second attempt.
And the zone dropping back. Again, centre back really putting pressure on that forward. Looking for a driver to come through, and they'll go to Churchyard, and 2 hands up for it. Will Smith. And up tempo again down the pool by Sydney Uni. Beautiful release down. They pick up Carmody. The troops are coming. Carmody takes it in, drops it over the top. Well, he tried to do a little bit too much with it then and gave the opportunity for Churchyard to come for it.
He turned blind. He turned towards where the defence was coming. You needed to keep it in front of him. Get him, yeah, don't put it anywhere near the defender in that situation.
Churchyard with it. Shadow gets it. Churchyard the short drive. Winchester gives it out. So shot there, and shot clock expires, wide of the mark. I'll go to Stimpson. Drops it up, and Kristich trying to roll around, and again Churchyard. Well, he's doing it all, isn't he?
Yeah, he's had a phenomenal game so far, covering end-to-end attack and defence.
And we talk about that ball awareness. He knows where the ball is. He knows the opportunity to come back off his man and take the steal.
Yeah, and that's what you see with the quality players being able to be in the right place at the right time. Like someone like, if we're going to use a rugby league analogy, Cameron Smith for the Melbourne Storm. It's always in the right place, covers the least ground of everyone.
Yeah, the good players create the time and space. Well, it's become an arm wrestle here. 2 quick goals to start the quarter by Sydney Uni, and now we've gone end-to-end and energy-sapping stuff from both teams.
Yeah, maybe Cronulla a little bit complacent to start the half, and now
Well,
they're woken up again.
Now that's a great play. Got around there, Grigorjevic. Beautiful backhand with a man on his shoulder.
That was great play again. Centre forward play for both teams. Very, very strong. Grigorjevic there. Gets the ball on the water, turns his player, keeps it nice and low, ducks it under the goalie's arm. So 1 goal game from being 5-1 down, Sydney Uni right back in it.
And I've got to say, there's plenty more going to come out of this match. Both teams have got a fair few more goals in them, I believe, here. And
yeah, both teams making a few changes in preparation for the 4th quarter.
well, Churchyard at the top. You're happy to feed it in. And well, heavy in defence, and Stimpson earns an exclusion. So first on Stimpson now. Power play, Churchyard at the top. Winding up, wide of the mark. Little touch from the goalkeeper, so we'll get the corner. So there'll still be time on the exclusion. But Smith in good position to cover that. And loose pass on the restart. Oh. End of the quarter. So what about that? 3-0 third. It was 4-0 in the second to Cronulla. Now 3-0 in the third to Sydney Uni.
Well, I think most games will ebb and flow. As we said, we talk about the momentum shifting from team to team. Well and truly with Sydney Uni in the 3rd quarter, but Cronulla holds on to that slim lead. It's a tough position to be in, going in with a big lead at half-time. So, yeah, Cronulla now, they have to continue to stay positive, keep building on their attack. They can't sit on this lead. Sydney Uni is going to have too much power in their counter-attack, and they'll find that crack in the defence and then execute.
Yeah, I've got to say, in that 3rd quarter, it looked like Uni was starting to push that counter-attack a bit more. They were starting to get players free, and they were just applying that pressure and applying that well, the fatigue factor on the Cronulla boys. Going to keep chasing back, and if it wasn't for Churchyard, he shut down probably 3 or 4 attacks and really did a lot of work.
Yeah, Churchyard's been everywhere today, but I also liked Alex Brachetto, the left-hander for Cronulla, number 10. He's always sitting up, looking for his shot and looking to feed his centre forward as well. Tristan Glansnick has been big for the Sharks as well. He's an excellent player. He's looking to play a bit of second centre, rolling in, trying to take a weaker mismatch in. He's been pretty good. And then Luka Kristic in that third quarter has been very strong at centre back, anchoring the Sydney Uni defence, and that's what's led to those counterattacks.
And scored an absolute rocket.
Absolute rocket. I think that, again, we keep talking about momentum, but scoring at the start of the quarter like that, I think that really instilled a bit of belief into the Sydney Uni team that they could make the comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Grigorjevic with a good centre forward goal. As you said, got the strong turn and the low ball, got the backhand. Kristic outside, and Carmody also picking up a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And centre forward forming a big part of both teams' strategies today, trying to feed their centre forwards and get kickouts, play their extra man. I agree.
And same start after half time. It's the number 4 there for Sydney Uni. Goldsmith gets the first attack. Now, can they mirror the play? Get a good entry to the 2 metre line and get the exclusion.
Well, Cronulla's come out with a very, very strong press.
Well, man finds himself free, and Morrow, the last line of defence. Well, I get a little bit confused in the fence there as to who was marking who.
Oh, I love the physicality from both teams. This is exactly what you want to see in a championship final.
So on the drive there, exclusion. Mackenzie Hicks gets his first. Oh, chance now for Uni to tie the game up. They go to the post. The big man there, Krenkles.
And they're back. They're back 5-all. We were 1-all at the start in the first quarter. We're tied game again into the fourth.
Well, that's a mirror play from the first quarter. Krenkles follows the ball inside the 2 and just pops it in.
Yeah, it's a great play. And as we said before, it's very, very hard to defend. You're basically relying on your centre defender to be able to get a touch on that ball as it comes across. But a well-weighted pass finds the 2-post and Krenkles in the back of the net.
5-5. Well, there's going to be a scramble for it. They'll get the foul. Glansnick opens up the opportunity for the man inside. And there's the exclusion on Edward Whitell. Well, he's called the penalty.
It's a big call.
Big save. Will Smith. Oh, is that going to be a momentum changer?
Well, I'm trying to think of a great Will Smith movie, but nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
Men in Black.
Men in Black, yeah. But yeah, absolutely beautiful stuff there from Will Smith.
Well, Sharks are quick down the pool. Winchester was down, now he's covered up. Ball makes the centre. The backhand. Well, millimetres in it. It was the backhand at centre forward. Referees are just going to have a bit of a confab here behind the line.
Yeah. I thought it went over. We're just saying if it was, you call the one down there.
Their players were pointing to tapping on the head as well.
So Bodie Hewings there with the backhand. So the goal stands. Bodie Hewings takes the Sharks out, 6-5. Yeah, goal scorer is confirmed there. Bodie Hewings. So sneaky backhand, just dribbled across the line.
Yeah, it took everyone by surprise there. A lot of defenders back, but Bodie Ewings, good purchase on the ball. And now Cronulla, they've weathered the storm a little bit. They've got themselves back on the scoreboard after a bit of a drought. Now they're leading, going on the counter-attack the other way.
Well, winding up outside was Crow. Crow let one go into the arm of Kristich, who's probably the pick of the players for Sydney Uni in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got arms like an octopus, just covering everywhere on the field at the moment. Very hard to shoot around.
Well, you risk giving up the front water. And there's the exclusion on Crow, his first. Outside, Kristich, the man you want to step up.
Isn't he pumped up there? Both hands out of the water. Big flex. 6-all, and this has been an incredible final so far. Absolutely worthy of the championship match.
Yeah, 1-1, 5-1 half time, 5-4 three-quarter time, and here we are 6-all locked up. Ball makes the middle, happy to dump it back out. Close defender, little short drive coming. Pressure at the top. It's with Winchester. Winchester under pressure. Churchyard, and shot clock expires. So good defensive end coming from the Lions. Sets it up back down the pool. They pick up Krenkels. He's been solid. Kristich driving in. They'll go the far side, pick up the left-hander. Rips one off. Carmody there. Good position, let a pretty good shot go.
Yeah, well, both teams now putting a lot of pressure on themselves to try and break this game open. Sydney Uni hasn't led since very early in the first quarter. It's been all Cronulla.
Oh, there's a pull over the top. That's the exclusion on Grigorjevic. 2 fouls on him now. Foul trouble in the fourth. 6-on-5 for the Sharks. Long pass on the 2-metre line. Pritchard puts it back to the top. Winchester. Churchyard being marked out of it. So I'll go to Glansnig. Glansnig winds it up and nearly slides it inside post. But good recovery from Smith to pick it up.
Yeah, full credit to both goalkeepers today. They've been absolute rocks behind the defence.
Uni at the top with Grigorjevic, and And they're going to want to stay tight on Kristich. Kristich lets it go from outside.
Well, Kristich there. In basketball, you talk about the hot hand. I think he felt he was
Well,
feeling good about himself.
You want to use the basketball analogy, Michael Jordan. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. Under pressure, looking for the foul. Nothing given. Yeah, up and strong on his legs. Good turnover, Grigorjevic, and he's off down the pool. He's got shooting rights. Going to drive it hard. The chase is coming. Gets it inside 5. Now trying to sit up and go a second time and draws the exclusion. And they'll play on quickly. Back to... Oh, point blank save. Patrick Morrow. And they go again. Crinkles.
Oh,
what about it? They stayed alive.
An incredible passage of play there. Patrick Morrow, basically one on none. Grigorjevic, Morrow comes up with a huge save. Grigorjevic stays alive, gets the ball, pops it over to Crinkles on the 2-post. And a third time for the game, that play.
Grigorjevic, though, again, ball aware, knew where the player was. He got to it. He knew exactly what he was going to do with it.
And that's that leg strength we talk about, being able to stay above the water. He sees where the ball lands and can jump straight to it.
Yeah, jumps to it. Knew Crinkles was on and played straight to him. We're into the last minute. The last minute, and timeout now called by the Sharks. So one timeout apiece, so Sharks have used theirs.
Well, Coach Pat Northam and Chris Batty, they're going to have to call something straight out of the playbook here to try and get themselves back on level footing.
Well, you look at Sydney Uni here. They led early in the first quarter 1-0. We're now deep into the fourth. They're leading for the second time in the match.
Yeah, it's...
they come from a 4-goal deficit at half-time.
Absolutely, and I think that'll be weighing on the Cronulla boys' minds. But they've got to stay straight in this game. They've got a great opportunity to tie it up. Plenty of time left then to get the go-ahead goal. So they've just got to stick to their systems and play the way that they played in that second quarter where they absolutely opened this game up.
Yeah, Crinkles with a hat trick. And, well, 3 times on the post in extra, 3 times the pop pass comes in, and he drills it.
Yeah,
Is it up high, nails it down to the bottom of the goal.
And like we were saying, it's very, very difficult to defend. Not only is it a cross pass for the goalkeeper, but going high to low, it's very, very tough to stop.
Here we go, we're back going. Churchard looking for it. So Uni now with an opportunity down the pool. Or can Uni shut it out here, or Cronulla get one more roll of the dice? 27 seconds remaining in the game.
So Cronulla's going to need to...
9 on the shot clock, and timeout now called. So we've got 8 on the shot clock. Timeout called by Dragan Bakic. So what play is he going to play here with 8 seconds? 19 in the game, so they'll get 11 seconds possibly on the attack for the Sharks to get down the pool if they can just defend this one.
Look, Sydney Uni just needs to sit on this ball as long as possible. They don't need a shot. They just need to get it away from a Cronulla player and keep that clock ticking down. So start nice and wide. Whatever you do, don't turn the ball over. Just hold on to that ball.
Well, if you get the shot away, you've got to score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to shoot, maybe shoot high and, you know, next best result for a goal is a tip out from the goalkeeper in a corner.
Yeah, absolutely. But Cronulla's got to be absolutely hyper-aggressive here in this defence. Nice and high in the passing lanes. Try and force a mistake. Get on the counter-attack. Get a goal on the board as soon as possible.
Yeah, never say never. Well, Sydney Uni slow to come out of the change over there. They've given up 5 seconds on their timeout, and that's the turnover. So there we go, Sharks down the pool, one more opportunity. 4 on the clock. They've got to get the shot away, and it's a save. Well, what a comeback from 4 goals down at half time and a big third period, and they get out of jail here and they get the victory 7-6.
Absolutely incredible game from both teams. Cronulla, an unbelievable second quarter. They jumped out of the gates. They scored about 4 goals in about a 2.5-minute span of play. It seemed like every time they touched the ball, they were going to score. But then Sydney Uni regathered themselves after half-time, and it was all the momentum with them from then on. Cronulla unlucky. They tried to stem the tide. Nice little goal there in the fourth quarter to put themselves up by 1. But Sydney Uni just kept coming, and they're going to be your 2018 under-16s state champions.
Yeah, so I go through the call of the card. It was a triple for Tyler Krenkles and 3 goals on that 2 posts in the extra. Goal to Gabriel Carmody, a double to Luka Kristic, a couple of beautiful shots, and Andrei Grigorjevic timed in with a goal. For the Cronulla Sharks, a double to Churchyard, Brachetto, Winchester and Glensnick, all scoring along with Benjamin Bodie Ewings, a centre forward backhand. So 7-6 half time. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We're going to go to the presentations in just a few minutes' time.